I am super impressed by what it's given me. What's up, squad mates? I thought we would look into the new AI, ChatGPT. I would have it suggest some teamwork tips for PUBG on PC. I'm always trying to build teamwork. This is my first prompt, so let's jump into what these tips are for PUBG. Communicate with your team using a headset or microphone. This will allow you to coordinate your strategies and share important information. Absolutely 100% believe that this is the most effective way to create teamwork. There are pings and other things. I think those should be supporting voice communication. Maybe it's nighttime and you don't want to wake up family members or whatever. Totally makes sense. But I do think it's vital to have communication, and voice communication is huge. Work together to plan your approach to each match. Discuss what weapon and equipment each member of the team will use and decide on general plan for how you will move and attack as a group. I think this is very important to have a general idea of how you want to move through certain areas. Discussing what weapons each of you have, something that I've started to do when I'm playing with players that I don't have as much rapport, connection, or energy with, that are not in my Discord. I've started to look at their setup. I'll look at the gun they're carrying on their back, the gun that they're carrying. I'll see if they have a scope. I'll visually check them out to see what weapons and stuff they're using. Having a plan obviously is a good idea. Do you want to be aggressive? Do you want to drop hot? Like, these are very important things that you should be discussing. Number 3 is cover each other's backs. Keep an eye on your teammates' positions and be ready to support them if under fire. You should definitely be aware of where your teammates are. This is just important in general. Have a thought of how you will get to them if they have contact. Number 4, share resources and equipment with your team. If one member of the team finds a first aid kit or a weapon, consider giving it to another member who may need it more. I completely agree with this. Should be doing this. They need ammo. Obviously, if they don't have ammo, then they can't help you kill anybody. That's important. Meds keep them alive. This is important stuff. While these are like general basic tips, just the fact that this AI understands this is something that everybody else should understand as well. Number 5 is be aware of the position of your team members on the map and try to stay together as much as possible. This will make it easier to defend yourselves against enemy players and complete objectives together. This is important as well. Obviously, knowing where your team is and how you will get to them if they are in danger. That was tip 4. Tip 5 being stay together. The closer you guys are together, the better that you can overcome a obstacle. You shouldn't be right on top of each other. Grenades and such will cause issues, but you should be close enough to where you can get to that person if they're attacked. Something that we've played around with being no further than 100 meters, because if you're 100 meters away, that's distance and obstacles that you're going to have to get to that person if they're getting rushed, and they could be thirsted quickly. So staying close. I don't know if the 100 meters is a hard, fast rule, but it's something that I've toyed with in the past, but even the AI understands that you have to stay together. In the late game, consider using a bait and switch strategy. One member of the team can draw the enemy's attention while the rest of the team moves in for the kill. Now, this one is an actually pretty impressive suggestion by the AI. And the reason I say it's impressive is because it's actually an advanced tactic. Typically, what's going to happen at the late game is you're kind of just putting out fires. And what I mean by that is there's always something that going on in the late game where you're trying to overcome. But if you have the ability to put the pressure on a different team, and by exposing one player, it exposes the rest of the enemy team to your team, that's a really good tactic. That's a really impressive suggestion from the AI. Then right here, the finish of its tips is overall the key to success in PUBG on PC is to work together as a team, communicate effectively. By following these tips, you can improve your teamwork skills and increase your chances of winning matches. Working together as a team, this is super important. This is almost strictly what I focus on in almost every team game, is actually focusing on my team. My skills will get better as I practice and play the game, but somebody has to organize the team. Even if your team just kind of wants to have fun, there's still a way to approach that. And I like to think of myself as adapting to everybody else's play style, because I still want to win and I still have a play style, but I will never put pressure on my team to play the way that I do. If they ask questions or want knowledge, I will gladly provide that information and I will give them tips, but I never pressure anybody or get mad at them for not playing the way that I want. Just by following these tips, absolutely, you will improve your teamwork skills and increase your chances of winning a match. I'm actually super impressed by the AI to suggest this stuff for PUBG. I'm going to share this with my friends. I'm obviously making a video of it right now because I was pretty impressed and everybody's super excited about this ChatGPT. I recommend that you check it out for other things. I'm going to see what kind of other stuff it can suggest, maybe some more advanced tips, maybe for individual growth as a player, and then also more teamwork stuff. So look forward to that stuff in the future. I just wanted to give you guys the kind of my first impression of the ChatGPT and how impressed I was by the tips that it gave, proving teamwork in PUBG and across all games, to be honest. I'll talk to everybody later. Peace.